So, once again, we're going back into the temple. You guys realize that the balls are still there. Arlian, you got your fat. What are you gonna do to the fat to make it do whatever it is you needed to do? Do you burn it? Do you,
Uh,
I don't know, do you eat
you
it
put it
until you
in
can
a
poop
pot.
it and use it? How does it work?
You put it in. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. You put it in a for starters to refine it into usable something usable. You put raw fat. So just cut it. Put the raw fat into a large pot. Add some water and cover it. You want to render the fat from the tallow. Then, while at the same time, you put limestones in the fire until they start cracking. Then you pull them out, grind them, add them into the melted fat, and then you add acid or alcohol,
Okay.
or
So we determined that
depending
you
on what you
did
have on
have.
hand.
We determined that you did have the acid. We determined that you did have the batteries. We haven't determined yet where you get the water from, and we haven't determined
I
yet as to where you get the limestone from.
Mountains in that area are predominantly the limestone, and limestone is very, very noticeable in its appearance.
Okay, go ahead and roll spot hidden for it.
Uh,
All right, here,
No, just
here we
him.
go. Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yep, just him. He knows what limestone is. He's building the thing. All right. So now that you got your limestone, let's say that you have some sort of water with you. Okay. So limestone water, you got that thing. So so it sounds like, and maybe I'm wrong. So let's discuss it for a minute. Sounds like this can be a very lengthy thing. It could be. It could be, or it could not, because it all have will have to do, I'm sure, with a dice roll. But it sounds like eventually it could be, considering the fact that you're talking about separating water from fat and waiting until it happens, and then eventually
Not
mixing it all together.
really what I described. Not really what I described. Because the water pretty much evaporates during the rendering process, leaving only fat behind.
Okay,
I would just have to
so
scoop out the pieces of uh, well, essentially deep fried lard.
okay, so who can tell me about what is the longest that this can take?
an hour,
Uh,
45
that
minutes.
depends on the amount.
My
If
wife does
we
tallow.
review,
She as a little side gig. It takes 45 minutes to an hour to
45 minutes time.
render out
Very well.
tallow.
Okay, so you guys have plenty of time to make it. I'm sure your wife doesn't make the explosive, but it sounds like your wife does deal with the fat and all that stuff. So okay,
the the components for making explosives are literally would literally add maybe an hour to the entire process.
okay, that's totally fine because you guys got, based on your plan, you guys have about what, 8 hours so far. So
Well, we have more than that because the cart's still here.
apparently,
We don't. We have 8 hours from the time the cart leaves, right?
yeah. So
So we have nearly 24 hours to prepare.
okay, so what is the one thing that you're gonna roll to make sure that you actually get this whole thing to work after you mix it?
Uh,
Mechanical engineering. What would you call this?
Fuck.
I think it falls under. Okay, give me a second.
Is this gonna be your?
I think that this would fall under engineering and physics as well as pharmacology. Although pharmacology isn't the proper term, as you know, pharmacology is mixing of medicine.
Okay, so you are, for all sense of the word, you are making a an explosive out of
Yes.
everyday items, pretty much, right?
Mm, Limestone isn't really an everyday item, but it's easy enough to find.
So okay, so yes. So let me see what I'm gonna have you roll.
While I was going in school, we still had, and this is in grade school. No, not grade school. I don't know how to compare it with educational system from other countries.
Sorry.
We actually had lessons about national defense, which included making explosives.
Neat.
Of course, just theoretical part, but hey, if it works.
I mean, yeah, man.
Yeah.
A hell of a thing to throw out, but that's hey,
Yeah.
all to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still didn't change the education plan they had during 60s and 70s, between period of 50s and 70s.
Mm.
So national defense was still a thing.
All right.
It was mostly
Let's
just
roll.
teaching us the procedures, but yeah, it was a thing.
I guess you can roll. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can roll medicine for it, or I don't know if you have something with pharmacy or.
I have pharmacology.
Yeah, roll ahead and roll that.
I have pharmacology, physiology, engineering, and physics, and I have the second, and I have mechanical repair.
Go ahead and roll pharmacology.
Hey,
Holy shit.
All right. So you put it together. Obviously, you don't know if it works or not yet because you will have to blow something out to make sure it works. But
I would have to cool it down first.
okay,
You don't use this stuff while it's
all
hot.
that. All right. So you just leave it, cool it down.
You just give
go
gave
ahead and
Iona
roll.
an idea for a series.
Go ahead and roll a 1d2. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll a 1d. Okay, that's fine. It's going to take you 2 hours to cool it down. So at room temperature, that is. What is it? Is anything else? Is anything else that anybody else wants to do?
I was well I was gonna kind of look around and maybe collect some gold, but also try and find like a good spot to set up an ambush.
I'll help you out with the ambush aspect.
Or how about the ambush? And the gold.
I was told to keep an eye on our explosive cooking friend.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I still think that's probably But before we leave, like the cards are still there.
Before you leave, to where?
Like well before we like go out and try and find an ambush spot, like I just want to make sure that the cards are still there. We should probably periodically come check just so that we can know what's going on.
Okay.
So I just wanted to double check that the cards are still there
The cards
before
are
we
still
go. All right. I'm gonna look at my watch, whatever time it is, and I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on it. Like every hour or so, we should probably come check.
Perfect.
Let's
Sounds
say
like
that
an
to
amazing
Maya
idea.
and Iona.
Love that.
Fair
plan.
enough.
All right. So okay. So you what is it that you guys are going?
We're basically looking for places that we could set up an ambush. So
And go.
when they,
Go ahead and roll
But
spot
that's-
hidden.
nope,
Oh man, so
What-
close.
what-
Hold on.
away
Let me
from-
go look.
So
one away from a
close.
fumble.
Ooh.
Dang it. Yeah, extreme success.
All right. So you find a place by the entrance where you can, when you can set an ambush if you want. I mean, ultimately, for all you know, somebody may or may not have to walk through the entrance in order to walk in.
But is this in between where the amulet is and where the carts are?
Mm. No, that's
Because
just
it
the
only makes
entrance of
sense
the
to set up
temple.
a spot.
That's just the entrance of the temple.
Well, I guess we didn't specify, but I feel like we would have probably found an ambush spot in between those two spots, because that's where the guy's going to be heading. It wouldn't make much sense to go look at the entrance to set up an ambush.
Well, so there's the entrance to the temple, and then there's the back end of the temple where you go to take those stairs down into the to go to the big bowls. So I guess it's one or the other. There is no way that you can set up one ambush for both spots. I mean the
I guess
pedestal seems to be like right in the middle of the temple. So
I mean, if we do want to risk it, we could just have split the group, and if we start hearing gunfire, we'll know where the party is.
How far are the entrances from each other?
go ahead and roll a 1d 80. About 16 yards.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, my pistol has a range of 15 yards, so you know.
Yeah, and I have a rifle, so it just shouldn't be a problem. Well, Maya, Iona, what do you think? So at the entrance though is like the perfect ambush spot, or is it on either end? Because like I said, I would have been looking probably where the carts are, because I'm assuming that's where they're going to be coming through.
Is that to me or is that Mega?
Maya.
Yeah, well, Maya, like, I guess.
No. Okay. Yeah. I agree. I think it would work well over here at the entrance. I mean, even if they get out, they're probably going to go do something. We can trap them there. I agree.
Okay, well, I'll mark I don't know if there's like a stone or something. I'm gonna mark like the area where the ambush is, and then once the Edward's bomb is done, then we can discuss placements. is there anywhere like are there like pillars or something that like people can hide behind or anything like that? Like trying to
Well,
keep
you
the
can have
all the
behind
people
many
hidden
different
so that they can.
things. There's many different altars and sarcophagus and things like that that you can hide
Okay. Well, what do you ladies think?
behind. Ladies.
You have the rifle, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be advantageous if you just stay out in the open. Not
God.
behind or in the sarcophagi. I'm more like the pillars, because
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah. You started that one kind of weird, but yeah, I think I get you.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, I understand. I can phrase things weird at times. But unless you have a better idea, no clue.
Is it like a complete flat, or is there like levels to it? Like, is the amulet like up on like a like I know the pedestal it's on a pedestal, but is that pedestal like lifted from the entrance, or is it all on like the same level?
On the same level.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say I should probably get higher ground, but if it's all on the same level, then yeah, I can probably just go off behind a pillar and just see if I can get a vantage point for both spots. Cool. Maya, thoughts?
The personal belief that. Oh, sorry. You said Maya, not Iona. My bad.
Oh, I thought you were
Well-
done. You have more.
I honestly, other than this is a weird layout in general, so I think we should have someone with the explosives in the pillar, just in case. Because, don't want that going off in the middle of the fight.
You mean like with me, or just?
No, the Edward's explosives. Like, if they're in the sarcophagi, they're relatively safe, and if need be, we could just use that as an ultimatum. Because, you don't want that to go off in the middle of a fight because of a stray shot.
That's fair. But are they going to listen to reason also?
Probably not with
That's
the
a
thing
hail.
we're dealing with.
I mean, I think we've all seen some shit. So, like, are we hedging our bets on them understanding and coming to a reasonable solution here?
No. I just want to laying our thoughts out,
Yeah.
Are we going to try to talk to them, try to talk them out of all this, or are we just on site going to kill them?
I don't know.
I mean,
That's why I'm at, like, because
I think on site, honestly, might be
is
for the
Victor
best.
really a bad guy? Like, is Victor culpable?
Ayana, go ahead and roll your luck.
Oh,
Thank you. Go ahead and roll a 1d5.
oh, goody. 1.
All right, thank you. Go on.
So
just
then, go on.
I just think that he might not be in the best mindset,
The very least we could do is maim them. Like try to take out the legs or do something so they can't.
Okay, Maya. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah.
Listen,
Sure.
I once did a piece on cults that, you heard of Zion, remember that little, the catastrophe? Yeah, no, I did a case on that, and that was a real pain.
Okay.
They firmly
Well-
believe that what they were doing is right, you know? And that's the thing about believers.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys think that that's the best thing to do, then I will fire on site. If that's
It's not that I don't want. I want to.
who would you want me to get first?
Probably the manager, I suppose, since pulling the strings.
Okay. Okay. So I can do that. I just as long as everyone now is here agreeing. I guess Tommy and Edward aren't, but you guys, that's
To be
majority.
honest, Tommy wouldn't agree, but that's just because he's doing his job, and let's not put any more stress on that guy.
Yeah.
Then do we really need him? Do you want him here for all that? Because like, will he try to stop us?
I mean, he knows they're going.
Tommy's not going anywhere. He's still gonna be with us here.
Well, I mean, but we could have him like watching outside or something.
We can have Tommy here. He's he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's
I
a
think
nice guy.
Yeah, he's just a listen. He's just doing his job. All right, I'm just not trying to give him shit.
He is trying to
This
do
is
his job. Is he just going to get in the way of us doing our job?
Let's ask him.
We have to wait till
Yeah.
we get back.
I had imagine her walking back. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, we might as
Yeah,
well.
are you gonna be
right?
okay? Are you gonna be okay if we kill somebody?
I mean, he is trying to end the world.
Yeah, the greater good, right? I mean, like I said, I'm cool either way. Like if you guys want me to, I will. But I don't know if Victor's really a bad guy.
As long as
don't
we take
even
out the
know
manager
Victor-
first.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, the Victor is Victor the manager?
No, Victor is the performer.
Yeah. If we
The
just take out,
manager is
And that's what I
Yeah,
said. Take
maybe.
out the manager first.
yeah. He's saying he doesn't think Victor is a bad guy. So if we take out the manager first, then we can just talk to Victor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have.
Let's not just go full on. Just I just
Do
don't
you
want.
think you'll actually listen?
No, we're
After we
trying our
kill
best.
somebody.
After
No.
you kill his lover?
Yep.
All right.
He may
go
listen.
ahead and roll. Maya, go ahead and roll spot hidden. Nice. So you notice this light appearing in one of the walls of the temple that is probably across from where the medallion is. It appears on the wall, and Victor actually crosses through along with the manager and another guy that seems to be coming with them. The other guy is just holding a bag. They're having a very interesting interaction. Victor, at this point, he seems very submissive. Probably as much as the guy carrying all the bags that goes with them. The manager says, "Honey, look, we're here. Apparently, we managed to open that tunnel that we were talking about, and now we crossed it. You can open your eyes now. Everything's okay." And he says, "Oh, good. I was scared for a minute. I can't believe we got here so fast. That tunnel was amazing. That's just amazing. But you know what? I feel my medallion, my amulet seems to be glowing and humming, and shaking." And the man just, yes. We're just moments away, honey. Don't worry. We'll succeed on everything. You, slave, go get everything ready by the altar. What do you guys do?
So
I
they
just
just
look-
appeared absolutely randomly out of nowhere.
Well, no, not out of nowhere, out of a wall. They open a
There's
portal.
another entrance apparently.
No, they open a portal. The manager,
Well, then.
Magical, yeah, magical means.
the manager, which in this case is being controlled by an Alatote, opened a portal and got Victor, along with now their servant, to cross.
Slave.
Sure, slave. Yeah, why not? Yeah. To cross, and the slave is now setting up some stuff right next to the pedestal where the amulet is.
One to the servant and the rest to the manager.
One to the servant and the rest to the manager.
Yeah. Yeah. So the manager
Alright.
takes 11, the servant takes 5 damage.
So the servant takes 5 damage, and
Incendiary,
he gets
incendiary
hit
round,
right
mate.
on the arm as he's walking. The servant, indeed. I mean the servant. Blah. What am I talking about? The manager takes indeed the 11 damage. However, as you shoot him, you actually succeed very much at shooting him because one of the shots go right on the head. That 9 shot, who can say that it went right to the head? I think he's just standing over there, and Victor is actually looking at him and saying, "Oh my God, honey, are you okay? You have a gigantic hole on your head and you're bleeding." He's like, "Oh, don't worry, honey. I will be okay. We just seem to not be very welcome here." And he moves his head to the side, and the and the and the bullet just slowly comes out, and the wound just starts closing. Let's hurry up, honey, before these nuisances continue annoying us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Me
I
here.
can hear you.
I wanted to say I'm also shooting, but I'm using my incendiary bullets. Essentially, imagine just the shotgun currently firing up. Actually, dragon breath rounds?
What?
Yeah. I
have
can
no
fire
idea
two
what
shots at the manager. If the client approaches and gets caught in the blast, I don't care. Okay. Still need to roll for fire, but
Who are you shooting?
The manager.
the manager,
All right.
and I'm using from my special ammo set. I'm using incendiary, which would be additional D3 fire, D3 burn per bullet. That means you need to roll a luck to avoid being set on fire. D3, and I'm going to roll the burn them individually, so because you'll have to roll safe for both of them, or he's going to start burning like a candle. If he has blocked that, if he doesn't,
No, he
yeah.
doesn't block it. He just takes it as it comes. And the manager, and Victor just says, "Okay, there's something going on here. You keep taking those shots like that, and nothing's happening to you. You keep moving. Are you in pain? Are you hurt? They're trying to kill you. I cannot lose you, baby. Says, oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Here. He stretches his arm, and you see that his arm, when he goes through the force field, he starts getting burned off, and only the some of the tendons and the bones reach out for the amulet, grabs it and pull it back, and by the time that it pulls back the amulet, he's got nothing but the bones in his hand. He's like, here, baby, do what you must.
Dan.
Somebody shoot the actor.
And he goes ahead and puts the amulets together. Go ahead and take your. Well, hold on. Didn't you just take a shot? Yeah, you did. You
That
did.
was-
You just.
I was
took a
gonna
shot.
take a shot.
So, okay. So hold on. Give me a second. Let me see what just happened here. So Ayana went, and then it went Edward. Okay. So, Arrow, what would you like to do?
Um,
Other than enjoying the haircut.
yeah, I'm trying to decide if Tommy would draw his gun and join everyone, or like try and make them stop because you're shooting civilians. So I'm gonna roll.
I think I am in the wrong. Oh, no.
Tommy, they're not. Tommy, they're doing something bad.
Okay, yep. I draw my gun and I fire as well.
Go ahead and
Who
roll.
are you trying to
Well,
delete?
beforehand, let's determine who you're shooting, and then the damage.
The partner who's like the bullets keep coming out of his head.
Okay, so the manager. And roll the damage. That unfortunately is not gonna give us much. Oh, there we are. There you
Yeah.
go.
How much damage does a handgun do? It looks like it's not on my character sheet.
What type of man? It go under combat. What was it?
Oh, 1d4, there it is. Okay.
Really, a D4 for your. What type of pistol is it?
Yeah,
Should be a
45
45, I
revolvers,
guess, right?
1d10.
Yeah.
45 is 1d10.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 2. So yeah, if you know the ruler function to the left,
Yeah.
click the dice beneath it, go to advance. You can click on that and oh, never mind.
You got 9 damage. Dan, what would you like to do?
Shoot the ambulance.
Go
Try
for
to shoot the ambulance out of his hands.
Go for it. This time around, you're gonna shoot. Probably for the second amulet regular, but for the first one, since it is a medallion, you're gonna have to shoot that one on hard. Kind of small.
Okay. So I'll do the first one thing. Close. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. Wow. There we go.
Didn't you have a rifle?
Yeah, but my handgun's more. I have more handgun.
Fair enough.
Your gun breaks. Go ahead and roll your luck, please. Thank you. Okay, so your gun breaks. You will need repairing in order to be able to use it again.
Yeah, I'll get with Edward
Maya.
later.
Maya,
Yep.
Maya. What would you like to do?
How much distance is between me and them?
You and the rest of the group, or you
No,
and
me and the other two,
oh,
Narlatep and
sure,
Victor.
sure. Well, let's determine that right now. I don't know.
That was within the 16 meters of between.
About 8 yards.
So seeing Narlatep or the whoever, I'm just calling him that because that's who he is basically. Putting his hand through there and doing that, and none of our attacks are working against him. I'm wondering, can I run up and try to push Victor through the barrier
Yeah, you can.
to see if it will hopefully kill him?
Sure. You know what? I'm going to allow you to do that in one turn. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your brawl.
Roll. It's around here. I know it is. There it is. Oh lord. Oh dang.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your strength. All right. So you take him to the force field. Let's calculate the damage. Yeah, once you tackle him and you both land over there on that thing, you're both dead. Automatically. Boom. The medallion falls, or the medallion, the amulet falls on the ground. Nyarlathotep picks it up. The moment that he picks it up, these entities that play the flute appear. And he says, "You guys are no fun. You guys just can't leave well enough alone. We were all just having fun until you had to go ahead and kill him. Why? Well, for a sense of what? Righteousness? You know what? I just can't allow you guys to do this. This is not how this game ends. I know.
You're breaking up.
I
Yep.
know. I know what you're thinking. I know that you think that you won. But you know what? I think we're gonna try again." And he does that. He hits his fingers, and everything goes black. And the moment that everything goes black, you guys wake up on the floor at an abandoned building.
What the fuck?
A petty loser.
Sour
Is my gun
loser.
still broke?
No, your gun's not broken, and Maya is there too.
I was just going to ask that if I'm still alive or not.
Can I look around? Like, can I get a gist of where we are? Like, at
Yeah,
least what
when you
country?
look around, everything looks a little bit dark. However, it seems to be daytime outside. The windows are kind of high up, so they don't let a lot of light come through. but you seem to be inside of what looks to be a factory.
Is
What
there
are we
any like
doing
sign?
here? How
Are
did
there
we
any
get here?
signs or anything on the wall? Like
Nope, there's
tell
nothing
like what
crazy on the
language?
wall on the wall other than the fact that you are, or you seem to be inside of a factory.
And just looks through a notebook, realizes she has to rewrite her whole thing again.
Like, do I feel as though it was a dream, or do I know like all that actually happened?
Well, actually, I don't have a way to tell you how you feel. Um, I mean, you're free to try to determine how your character feels, but ultimately, you if it was a dream, it was a very vivid dream. I guess.
Do I still have my skin of the giant violescent flower? Do I still got the little skin shard?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Alien still has his little mojo
Elusive.
that he made.
Do we want to go outside and figure out where the hell we are?
Yeah, for
Pick
sure.
myself up
Yeah.
and just.
We probably should, yeah.
All right, so you open the door. You go outside, and you are in Arkham.
No shit. What?
You just
I
look.
mean,
You just
did
turn
win
around. You look at the
the
entrance,
first
and you see
round.
that you're just coming out of a steel factory.
Maybe this place is for sale.
Tommy, I think we should go back to that theater.
Yep. I'm way out of my jurisdiction here. We didn't start in Arkham, right?
Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I can't remember if we started in Arkham or not. If we did,
We did.
I would like to see if we could talk to the police chief.
All right. Ayana, you get a slight headache when you're outside, so go ahead and roll 1d3. Maya, when you look around, you notice a sign. It's a particular sign that calls to your attention. It's like a poster that's glued on one of the posts. And you see the image of Victor on it. And there's a play. Apparently happened tonight at 8 p.m. This great famous star, he's in town doing a play. And,
Hey.
the apparently the entrance is free. And they can sit as many people as they can fit in the theater.
Did
I
wait,
I
did
would.
that guy just click load button because he lost the first time?
By the looks of it.
I want to find somebody. I want to ask if there had been an accident at a theater
Why don't we just go to the theater?
previously. I guess yeah, we could just go to the theater.
Okay, go ahead and roll your luck. Everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
shit, I
thank
didn't roll
Uh,
hard. Damn it. Fine.
I successfully walked into a lamppost.
As you guys are walking around, Maya, tell me what love interest your character has around town.
My character's love interest. She has a love interest of a banker that she had met.
Right. So the banker, you see the banker, and the banker actually says, "Hey, Maya, are we still up for the show tonight? I forgot to ask you a couple of minutes ago when I saw you. You know,
Uh,
hold on, wait, aren't
yeah.
you wearing something different? I thought you had that pink dress.
No, I changed real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You know, I just want to verify that we're going tonight to the play. You know, I I I, I didn't want to. Okay, I'll just pick you up around 8 at your house.
Okay,
All right.
I'll see you around then.
Yes, no doubt. And he leaves.
And she just waves and it's like, oh, well, okay.
And Edward, your luck is a little bit different. Edward, you see yourself about to cross the street towards where you are at. What do you do? Arleon,
Sorry, what did you say?
I said that you see that yourself or another version of you is about to cross the street walking towards where you are.
No, boy, you're going to perform experiments on yourself.
Believe it or not, I am heavily tempted. But they didn't bring any anesthetic, anything to knock him out, to knock myself out. I think.
That's assuming he doesn't
Maybe.
have the same for you.
That's true. Actually, double the Edwards, I bet, have double the anesthetic.
He's just gonna stop and stare at himself. Quickly reloading his double shot and want to put it back in.
Is everyone else like seeing this? Like did we see Maya's dude walk up to her and then walk away, or
If you
are we
fail
not?
the spy hidden, no, you wouldn't necessarily know, is it?
Well, I rolled it on hard. Would I be able to re-roll?
Let me what you roll. Let me see what you roll.
The
So
one
then,
right above.
You rolled an 84. 39 times 2.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
re-roll
Well,
it
my
again.
it's a
Re-roll it again.
Re-roll it?
just to- All right. So yeah, you do notice that Arlene's character is about to cross the street towards where you guys are at. Or
Do I
other
see what
version.
he sees, or do I see what he's looking at, or is it just do I just see him?
What?
Like, can I see what he's looking at?
The character that is the other version of Alien, I guess. He seems to be looking inside of a reading something, like a notebook or something like that. He
Does it
stops
look like
every
him
so
to me?
often and looks to the sides to make sure that cars are not coming, so he can be ready to cross the street towards where you guys are.
And it looks like him.
Yeah, it looks exactly like him.
Hey, Edward.
I'm looking at it, and I'm curious if that's me from the past or me from
Well,
some other reality. Because if we're even slightly similar, I'd love to compare notes with myself.
I think you're worrying about the wrong thing.
The experiments we could conduct.
I mean, do you want to go get him? I don't know. Like, is that wrong?
Maybe after we deal with this.
Oh
whatever
yeah.
all we're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Theater.
So
Actually, Maya. Actually, since this is all over, like, what was the holdup anyway, Maya?
all right. So at this point,
What was that?
Aurelian's character starts crossing the street towards you guys, and everybody can see him now. Coming.
It's gonna walk towards the theater. At least that's what Iona is doing.
What do you guys do?
Keep on walking. Unless anyone else has any objection.
I kind of want to see what Edward does.
You guys are going to just continue walking?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I'm rolling. I'm doing the wrong thing. Crap. Okay, here we go. Edward. 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 Edward.
Does other Ed notice us?
I mean, if
So
he
the
was even
other,
slightly similar to me,
the other
Gets hit
Edward,
by a bus.
the other Edward actually doesn't get to see you. Actually, no, the other Edward will get to see you. However, the moment that he gets to see you, unfortunately, he stops in the middle of the street, and a car comes and hits him. And unfortunately, he falls right in front of the car, right in front of the front right wheel, and the car just runs him over. And eventually, the driver stops, but unfortunately, the car still has one of its wheels over the body, so that Edward just dies.
We look over to our Edward. Is he still alive?
Slow turns, yeah.
Edward, you start feeling a little weird. You start feeling some pain.
I'm guessing. I think we are in the past.
Yeah, maniac.
You start feeling some pain, and granted that you don't
You don't
die,
remember?
you don't die, but you know the pain seems to be slowly but surely growing up. First, it's just something that you feel that bothers you, and then it starts hurting a little bit more.
Yeah, Iona's basically like running up, like, "Hey, get off him! You're still the guy."
And
Hey, yeah, frick.
the driver is like, "Oh my god, he just stopped right in the middle of the way. I don't know what happened." And
Edward
then
is
he
gonna
looks at the
approach
light,
group,
you maniac! Now get off him!
and then he looks at the group. And he looks at Arlene's character, Thomas. Is this
Edward.
a sick joke? What is going on here?
No, that's my twin.
Police!
I would be very grateful if you could get
Police!
off
He
him.
starts yelling, somebody call the police! We need the police. There's a
Uh,
man hurt here, and I'm pretty
Keeper,
sure there's foul
Did you
play.
hear what they said? Keeper, did you hear what they said?
No.
When he asked, is that some kind of joke? I said, no, that's my twin.
Well, he's still yelling for the police. Because, ultimately somebody got run over. He gets
Sir,
in the
please
car.
stop yelling. I am the police.
He gets in the car and moves the car to get the wheel off of the guy. But the guy is still dead on the ground. Arlene, go ahead and roll a 1D.
Sanity?
Go ahead and roll your Constitution, please.
Okay.
Go ahead
No.
and roll a 1D2. You notice that your abdomen is starting to hurt a little bit, right where the Edward on the ground just got run over. Alright, so
I would
what is the
imagine.
group wanting to do?
I mean,
I'm gonna
we're not
pretend to
all-
take a police report because, like, I'm police. So,
You're gonna just take a false police report.
yep.
Well, as
Make it
you
so
walk away,
Edward
just
get-
pull it up and throw it.
Make it so that Edward gets a bunch of money from this guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he did run a red.
I mean, the guy just is walking across the street, not at a crosswalk.
Sir, do you know what speed
Technically,
you were going?
1920s
Can I see your
didn't
license and
have
registration?
It's like, but you're not a police officer.
Yes, I am, and I hold up my badge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's my license and registration. That guy,
I'm looking at it.
he
It's bad.
stopped in the middle of a road.
Mm-hmm. Right. And have you had anything to drink today?
Just water.
Just water. Okay, good, excellent. And have you previously hit anyone before with your car?
Well, I hit my wife here and there whenever she gets out of place, but other than that, not really.
I'm gonna put that down as a no.
I'm pretty sure we all have to here and there, he says.
Oh yeah. Okay, and your address, please.
647 Main Street. It's right there
Alright,
in my
I'll get this.
registration and my driver's license that I handed
Yep,
you.
just verifying to make sure it's still current.
Yep, it is.
Here's your documentation. You're free to go.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys should stop playing pranks. People get hurt this way. And he gets in the car
Frank,
and leaves.
Frank just ran over a guy.
And then the other tire goes over him.
Yep, sure does. All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Do an autopsy on myself.
What?
To help.
I
at least
guess I
drag
can
him
let you
up.
into the morgue. People might ask questions.
We just
That
drag
was
it
a
to the
question.
side building.
Just do a back alley chop shop.
Yeah. I got a waterproof
I
blanket.
mean, wrap him out in the blanket, take him to my place. I can do a dissection on myself.
So what would you guys
That
like to
sounded
do?
weird.
I think we should go back to the theater.
Just carry on.
I think we should
Carry
just
on. Believe Edward. Okay.
At
Yep.
least put him in a better place.
Yeah.
Like just
you
put him,
Edward.
put him, make him look like he's asleep on a bench or something.
I mean, we could call an ambulance or get an ambulance, but like he's pretty dead.
Yeah,
Look
he is
to
very
our
much.
Edward.
Yes, it
Yeah.
appears that I'm very much dead.
Oh, you're
Tommy.
here.
Tommy, he's just had a cold. This is Tommy. He's him. Like, just younger. Weirdly enough.
So his brother.
Yes, he is his brother. You also now have a brother, and let's keep an eye out.
Go
in
ahead
case
and roll your intelligence.
I mean, I don't actually have a brother.
You remember
31 out of
that all of a
70.
sudden that morning, you were actually heading to your friend's laboratory to try this new concoction that you were working on. God only knows for what. And that you did take that that way, and that you were walking, and that you managed to cross the street just fine and get there. So you don't understand.
Oh no, I understand. It's because the me at this me saw me. There is nothing really not to understand.
Okay.
I mean, time
I think.
travel media wasn't super common, so we wouldn't like know that.
So, what is the rest of the group wanting to do now that this situation has unfolded?
Put him on a park bench with a blanket and keep going.
Okay, I have my waterproof blanket. Here. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to explain a lot. We're gonna have to explain a lot of things later, but that's problem for future us.
A note for yourself. You could literally
Yeah, it's not really a
leave
crime.
note
It's not
for
really a crime.
yourself.
Yeah, it's not really a
Here.
crime. You do it. That's why I'm not doing it. You could do it though.
Here, I just hand him my notepad and pencil. Like, here.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'll hand him the blanket. There you go. Good
Yeah,
luck.
just
I'm
write down
gonna
the
ignore
basics of
tampering
what
with the
happened.
body.
And
Do you need a rope? I don't know if that. No, probably
No.
not. That might be weird.
All right. So, what do you
So we're
guys
gonna
want to do?
just gonna remove the body, and I think we're gonna go to the theater, right? We're just gonna carry on like that didn't happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the theater. However, right now it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. The show is gonna be at 8.
yeah, we can still enter with Tommy. We have probable. You could say probable cause.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're still investigating.
You enter the theater. When you enter the theater, you see that some people are inside of the theater just working. They're setting up the stage. Some other people are cleaning. They are setting everything up pretty much. What do you guys like? to do?
There's no like the burnt or the blood all over the place.
No.
This is the day of. Is this the day of the play?
Yes.
But like he was going to do another play when we first started, like that night. That's why I'm kind of.
And since this is the first night, we could potentially see if he does have the amulet or whatever, and stop it early.
So this is the one before everything happened.
Before, yes.
Okay. Oh, then we should
Should we
definitely go talk to him.
I mean, we know where the house is, right? We can just go to their house. Or do we think they're there? Like,
Well,
did they
let's
go
see.
back in time too?
We don't know.
We see people up. I'm gonna go ask ask one of them if Vincent's around.
Victor.
Victor.
Somebody says he should be coming soon. I think he said he was gonna come and take a look at the place. And you are
My name's Maya.
in who are you, Maya?
Just a big fan. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm not sure that he's going to see fans right now. I think there's not a plan at the moment for signing autographs, but but I know that he is going to be rehearsing. You know, once he starts rehearsing, I know that we don't allow the public in here due to the fact that we want to keep it private. There may be tonight a public rehearsal once everything's said and done.
Oh, well then I will hopefully be able to catch that. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me find out real quick. And he goes and asks somebody he's talking. I'm sorry, she is talking, and she gets back to you, and she says, "Oh, hey, guess what? I just asked. Apparently, there is a public rehearsal that is going to take place tonight. It's going to be around 5 o'clock tonight. If you're
5 o'clock.
interested."
Right.
Yep.
Yes,
5 o'clock
I'm
tonight.
fine.
It's going to be a private thing. So, not many people know about it. We're not advertising it. However, everybody's welcome to come.
Even though we just saw a poster for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, there's a poster for it.
A
Not
poster for
public
the
rehearsal.
play.
You saw
Yeah,
the poster for the play at 8 o'clock.
When does the rehearsal start?
At
5.
5.
So,
It's
alright,
11
well,
o'clock
I'll
right
see
now.
you. I will see you guys later.
I will see you about 5.
And at that moment, the back door opens, and Victor walks in along with the manager. They're like, "Oh my goodness, we're here! We made it, honey! Look, we made it! And look how many people are working! Oh my God, this is so great! This play tonight is gonna be great. It's going to get my career to the next level. This is what I need, actually. You know what? Those silly movies, nobody's really watching them. You know, barely few people go to the movie theater. But but people have an opportunity to come to the theater and see me acting in reality for what it is." And the manager says, "Yes, yes, honey, you're totally right." And the manager turns around and looks around, and then he sees you guys, and he just smiles. He just gives you a smile. Good. And so Victor says, "All right, well, I'm gonna
Can I
go
just
to
can I
the
give the manager a slight, almost flirty smile and wave?
what?"
Essentially, if it's still the same manager,
Yes, it is the same manager.
listen, Edward is very uninterested in anything that doesn't have any any connection with his research.
Yep, it is the same
So
manager.
he's borderline willing to do almost anything.
He is the same manager.
So smile at towards the manager and wave happily.
Might as well say.
So
As if saying, honey, I'll see you later. You know, without, as if gesturing, honey, I'll see you later.
Okay. So the manager,
Do we, do we
ma-
see the amulet on him?
the manager and Victor start walking towards the change room, and no, you don't get to see if they have an amulet or not. At least they're not showing it.
So get a high point, then set up someone with a sniper rifle.
Attacking him won't work.
I don't do
Not the
much.
manager.
I'm talking about getting rid of the amulet slash talisman if he shows up with it.
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you had a plan along with that to go along with that shotgun. You know.
The closest thing I can have to a plan that I have to a possible plan is either to prepare a dispersers with some sort of knockout gas, which shouldn't be too difficult to make, which would put everybody normal in the theater to sleep, except those that are above its inhalation level. Well, or with masks. We cannot go with masks because it was too suspicious, so we would have to set them up significantly above everybody else. You said there are, I remember you said there's a viewing gallery above, there's an additional level above, so we could set it up there. And then when everybody goes to sleep, we just go pick up the amulet and leave.
Or we could prevent this from happening and starting a small fire early. If people see it, they'll have to close it down.
Maybe don't set it on fire.
We
I'm
could.
still planning to buy this place. Maybe
It's
don't set it
much
on
cheaper
fire.
if it's damaged. It's much cheaper if it's damaged. And repairs might make it more expensive, but that would depend on what you plan to do with this building.
Just using it as a theater. That was the idea.
We're going off to somewhere private to talk about this, right?
You're getting
I-
person.
I-
Just don't do it
Hey,
in
man.
front of me.
Oh shit,
Yes,
that's right. Tommy's here. But yeah, no fire though. I don't agree with that.
It would actually be cheaper to buy it and repair it than just to buy it.
You might be right. I don't know though. If the whole place burns,
It's
then
also-
okay, just fuck it,
It's
do
also
it.
the fastest plan we have because you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, I know. Just fucking do
And
it.
it's also at 5. If we go at 5 o'clock, there's definitely not nearly going to be as many people there during 8 o'clock.
I'm
Yes, there's
just
going to
saying
be room over
now.
there. Now?
And if you want, I can easily, in an hour or two, once we get back to my place, I can easily create something that would allow you to set things on fire remotely.
Called Molotov cocktail.
Similar. But
Oh.
without us actually having to be present.
I'll just let you guys decide how you
All right.
I love that
So,
you're plotting a terrorist attack.
so Victor
I mean-
and the manager walk away to the changing room, and you see how the manager is so. I mean, how Victor is all excited. He just keeps talking and walking very excitedly about how much he likes the area, the theater, and how big the theater is, and that he expects everybody to show up, and that it's gonna be a great night.
I could write a hit piece about Victor, if anything.
How do you go to arson
I mean, you could probably get a meeting with him as a newspaper, as a reporter.
Oh yeah, I yeah, I just, yeah. Tommy, can you go with me? I don't feel safe doing it by myself, and you'd be the most reasonable one here.
Okay. Well,
Do
I don't know
you
why
think
we
you
burnt
have a
down the
reason
theater.
for the rest of you to come with me?
Where are you going?
To interview Victor as a possibility.
Oh, to interview Victor.
I'm
So one of the people from down there, he's like, "Sir, yeah, you can go to the changing rooms right now. Maybe we can announce you that you want to interview him." We didn't realize that the media
In the
was here.
yeah, no, this is a last minute one. He wanted down low. Can
Right, no,
you
I
know,
understand that it's the last minute, and but we all have to be comfortable and we have to agree. So let me just go talk to him and make sure that he's okay with it, and then there's no problem.
I
Tommy?
have to go a bit AFK for a few minutes.
All right.
All right, so I will be right back. All right, so he goes, and he comes back and he says, "Is it just you?"
No, me and this here officer.
I'm sorry, you and who?
Him him points at Tommy.
Oh, you're with an officer. I see. Okay. All right, no problem. Give me just a moment. I'm going to let him know because he wanted to know how many people were. All right, he goes, and you see him coming back down, and he sits in one of the seats that are in front of the stage. He's like, "Yeah, he's going to talk to you now. He's just sitting over there. He wants to talk to you right in front of everybody." So do you go talk to him?
If Tommy following me, of course. I don't
Yep.
want to force you.
I'm following you.
Okay.
I suppose I'll just watch from afar.
I will as well.
All right.
So, Mr. Victor, big day,
Oh,
big day, I hear.
excuse me, sir. I know that you wanted to interview. I just don't know who the other people are. I was told that I was going to talk to you and just one other person. I don't think I've ever agreed to more people.
Yes, it's just me and the officer here. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. All right, no problem. No, I just saw some more people coming. I thought they were with you.
That's rude.
I mean, are
Anyways,
they with you? Is that lady, that middle aged lady over there, and the and that guy
it's just no,
that
it's just me and the officer.
oh, okay. You know what?
Yeah,
Now that you're talking about it, I wonder what happens to him. What's going on with him? He's looking awfully pale.
I can we please get on this interview?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
grateful that you're here.
What's going on? What do you want to know?
Yeah, what was your inspiration for this?
My inspiration for what?
For the play, the story. Like what brought you on about this?
I am an actor, and
Well, yeah, exactly. From the big silver screen to this. Why the sudden change? Two very different mediums.
truth be told, I want my work to matter and to count. And I just feel that not everybody can have access to the movies I participate in.
Oh
However, I
well,
know for a
that's the
fact that everybody can have access to the theater. You know, no,
Oh,
not everybody
that's
can
the
afford going to the movie theater to watch a movie. However, I know that going to the theater to see someone act is a lot more accessible for people.
oh, but with the theater, it's preserved for all time. Generations down the line could see your greatness.
Well, yeah, that's why I still act in movies and I have plenty of
Well,
movies. But
I mean, what struggles did you have to go through? I mean, you can't go through multiple. You have to do it all in one take. I mean, I can imagine it being difficult.
well, are you a reporter?
Yes,
Okay. Do you do you ask all your questions during the same interview?
that yes.
No, it works about the same.
It, no, no, it doesn't. With this, I have research done. Asking certain questions. This is very very different. This is a conversation.
Yeah, this is a conversation. But however, you're
Yes,
still
well,
doing your job. Your job is to be a reporter, so therefore you're asking me questions. My job is to act, so therefore I do my acting in one sitting, in one play. Same way that you ask your questions in one interview.
well, it could be across multiple interviews with multiple people. I have to get this facts straight. I plan on interviewing your manager. Get his side of the things. More technical aspect. You know,
Hmm, I'm not. I'm not understanding what you're going about, sir. Um,
it's ma'am.
oh, I'm sorry, I got confused. It's the mustache that threw me off. But tell me, what kind of questions do you have for me?
Hey, okay, petty little bitch. Okay.
No, no, it's definitely okay. I know you're excited. You know, you're after all, you're right across from an actual movie star. You know, I'm sure it's super exciting for you because you don't get to to participate of something like this every day. But yeah, no, feel free to ask your questions. You don't have to be shy. I mean, I agreed to the interview, so anything you want to ask, go for it. I can tell you that no, I don't have a girlfriend. Um, I like.
Wasn't going.
I am not a morning person. I normally wake up around 9, and I have some eggs, and then after that I'll just go to the studio, get my work done until around 2 o'clock or sometimes 3. And then after that we leave. We go out for drinks. I really, really enjoy martinis, especially dirty martinis. And then after that, we eat and we just hang out. We'll go to the club. We have a good time.
Well, that's nice and all, but I'm not a puff piece for writer, right? I don't go in all the gossip and all that. I'm all about the nitty gritty details of it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
what was the inspiration for this here play? After all, I heard it was original for you.
Well, I wanted to play a role that was relatable. And over here, I'm playing the role of Jackie Mento, which is a guy that is just a hard working man that works on construction, building skyscrapers, and that he feels that he's not loved, and that his girlfriend eventually leaves him for a wealthy tycoon that is into land, and ultimately he goes out of his way to win his woman back.
I see. What what exactly did you do to get into this role? Did you work in construction? I'm noticing like some Egyptian themes.
No. I'm an actor.
Uh,
I just saw
You get
someone on the street, a construction worker, and I was like, that would be a great idea. And I heard about the idea of playing this story, and I was like, And then I thought about a name, and I was like, I gotta use that name because that name is perfect, Jackie Mente. And I was just sold after that. I had to do it. I even started looking myself in the mirror and started playing with my bottom lip,
I
and
do like a history check for this Jackie Mento.
went moving it like this, like he had some sort of some sort of tick in his mouth, and he starts moving his mouth right in front of you.
I mean,
Do you have any other questions?
well, yeah. Like, what work did you actually put into it? I'm just curious. Like, surely it can't be just
You
you
just keep
saw
asking
a
me the same
guy.
question, man. Are we getting anywhere with this interview? What's going on here?
Well, yeah, I feel like you gave me a bland and
Is
shallow.
this a prank? He looks like at the manager's like, hey, Tony, come here, baby. I mean, come here, Tony.
Oh, what was that? That seems odd to call your manager.
I think this reporter, somebody, find out who he works for. I mean, it's really, really upsetting that they sent me an amateur to ask me questions instead of sending somebody of renown, that they're going to publicize my story. This is not okay.
It's just curious, since I also heard that you're doing a live rehearsal at 5.
And Tony, the manager says, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's all right. They are just some friends. They're here just to ask you a couple questions. After all, they are just here confused, trying to figure out how things work. It's all right. Just answer their questions. They'll be gone soon enough." He says, "All right, baby. I mean, all right, Tony. I'll do that. That's fine." So, what other questions do you have?
No, that's actually just about it. Thank you for your time. As I'm like
welcome.
walking away, writing.
You're welcome.
Good.
So, Tony sits right next to Victor, and they start talking, whatever, blah 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 blah. And finally, they get up and they start heading back out to the changing room. And as they head back to the changing room, Tony hands Victor the medallion. And Victor's kind of like having that look like, "Oh my god, thank you, baby, thank you." And he goes kind of like to try to hug him, but however, Victor says, "No, no, 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 no." Well, and they
I take a picture of the moment.
to the changing room. All right, so what's next, fellas?
Do you think we can steal the medallion or the amulet from him?
Well,
Sorry for disappearing. I had to pop out, but before I had brown alert.
Arlian,
How did I miss?
Go ahead.
Tried as distracting him. See what else I can.
Roll your Constitution, please.
For what? Oh, right.
Arlen's
dying.
Gonna die.
For what? Because you're technically dead. That's why.
I said yeah, because I'm dying.
All right, go ahead and give me a 1d5, please. right. In your chest and your belly are hurting a little bit more. If you pull up your shirt for whatever reason to look at your belly area, you'll see how you have this bruise that now it seems to be getting bigger and darker.
I mean, it hurts, so of course I'm going to poke at it and
Yep.
take a closer look.
Yep. So you see how the bruise it's getting bigger and darker, and how the skin seems to be getting hurt little by little as time goes by. So,
Huh.
what does the rest of you want to do?
Once we're out of earshot, I will say, okay, I have an idea. You're a real annoying reporter. What if you make him so mad he like hits you or something? Then I can arrest him for real, and he won't be able to do the play.
I just left. I really wish you said that beforehand.
I couldn't say it in front of him,
You could have
but
whispered.
like going back is annoying. So, you know, it works towards the plan, right? I didn't tell you any of this. Doesn't have to be you. I guess it could be any of us. Well, can't be me because I got to arrest him.
Just don't. Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I am just really insulted by him. If I talk to him again, I might actually hit him before he
Me?
hits me. No,
Ah.
no, not you, buddy. No, I just like pat him on the shoulder, like no. Yeah, no, you're fine. You did fine. It's Victor. He said I had a mustache.
Yeah. Maybe he's kind of a jerk.
I mean, you do a little bit, but that's not really the point.
Tommy, you're supposed to not say that.
That would be lying.
I just like wipe my upper lip. No, this is
It's fine.
It's
It's
peach
fine.
It's simple. It's
You know, my sister grows one, and my mom, when she was younger, grew one
Yep.
too. It's normal.
you can do it without me, all right? I'm going to find Edward and at least take him to the goddamn hospital. Just then I'll be useful as I like walk off.
Edward hasn't told us
Yeah.
anything.
And we know he got hit by a car. I can at
The
least
other
do that.
Edward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll go grab the other Edward since we did literally
What?
just leave him on the park bench.
I mean, we could just use the phone, call the ambulance.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, we're not paying for it.
Yeah,
Only
Edward.
for
I
the
mean, I
person
could, I
that's
could,
injured.
I could pay for it. Just give that pass.
I'm just going to. I honestly can't think of anything that can be reasonably done. Since I did also say that I got what I needed. You know.
I really got
yeah.
what I needed.
Yeah. So I feel like
Maya said she was a big fan. Maybe Maya can like harass him for an autograph.
I could do that. I was afraid of being more like if it would turn on me.
Yeah, and then Tommy's got to arrest Maya. Yeah.
he could arrest both, and once you go down and take the statements, you could be joining in on Maya's side, using your,
Well, You know, you're never supposed to hit a woman. And, you know, what could a girl really do to a guy? I wouldn't need to arrest her unless it was something serious, like pulling a gun on people.
Yeah, which she makes a habit.
Was it you a little judgmental for earlier pulling a gun on people?
She does
I
it a
don't.
lot.
What are you talking about? I never pulled a gun on anybody.
She says that a lot. And it's like she kind of blacks out and then pulls a gun on you. It's,
Here, I will pat myself down and I'll give you my gun.
okay.
Okay.
I'll
Not done.
I'll give it back when when this is over, because I don't want you to pull gun on the guy. All right, now.
All right. So they went to the dressing room.
Yeah, that's what they said. They were going to.
I'm going to take care of other Edward.
Yeah. Okay. Or you want to actually go to the hospital?
Other Edward.
The dead
Edward
one.
Edward.
Well, the dead one.
Edward?
I mean, you guys left him on the street, and the other
Yeah.
guy was
We
calling the
propped him up and
police.
covered him with a blanket.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. The other guy was calling for the police, and there were witnesses. So who wants to roll intelligence?
I do.
Please not me.
So you guys can figure that out. Probably other Edward may not necessarily be there.
Edward of all people failed.
Edward, your intelligence is, you start thinking, and
Oh my God, Tommy!
and you get, that. So go ahead and roll your Constitution again, Edward.
I'm going to be dead soon.
All right. So go ahead and roll a
Or not.
1d2. All right, 1 point. All right. So
One good or bad.
what's next?
I'm going to go up and make a spectacle. I'm going to go up to his dressing room and knock on the door.
Make sure
Yeah,
he has
I
the
mean-
thing.
Are we able to move closer to the dressing room? Imagine here.
You head towards that area, and somebody says, "Sir, I mean, ma'am, excuse me. No one is allowed in the changing rooms.
Are they
Only
behind
the
me?
actors. Only the actors and whoever they deem appropriate for them to bring."
Are they behind me?
Yep.
All right, I'm just going to keep going.
Like, ma'am, please, we don't want to call the police. And then they look around and they see Tommy. Excuse me, sir, police officer. We do have a rule that nobody's allowed to go back there, and that middle-aged woman is not listening. Could you please stop her? We do have a rule, and we have to abide by it.
Have you asked her?
Yes, she's just ignoring me.
Well, she might be a little hard of hearing or something. Maybe
Okay,
get a
can you
little
go
closer.
stop her?
Well, once there's a good reason, sure.
Okay, then I guess I'm gonna have to call your department, because you're refusing to do your job.
That's really not necessary. I'll go have a word with her.
Okay, thank you. That's all I ask.
How far do I get before they
You get about.
all that goes down?
I don't know. You get about what? 10 feet.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. And I'll just half-heartedly walk after you. Ma'am, I'm back here. Ma'am.
I'll just continue ignoring and just keep going to the door. I'll pick up the pace a little bit.
And you hear
will.
the guy say, "Hey Jimmy, call the police department. We have a cop that's not doing her job, and we have somebody that's trying to break into the dressing rooms of the stars." Okay. All right. So you
I'll make it to the door.
You continue going, and you get into this hallway.
I'm going. I mean, I'm guessing it was locked. I could knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and and somebody says, "Who's this?"
A reporter.
I just had an interview. I'm not doing any more interviews tonight.
It's a different, bigger paper.
Okay, yeah, you can come back tomorrow or maybe after the play tonight.
I would really need to speak with you right now.
And I would really need for you to understand that I'm not doing interviews at this moment.
Yes, I can understand that, but this is. I need a piece for this right now. I want to get more people here for this event, and
And you hear him saying, "What?" And go ahead and roll. Listen.
roll listen. Nope.
Okay.
I hear Tommy coming up behind me.
And then he says, "Okay, okay, no problem." And you hear steps. Go ahead. You and Tommy roll your power.
Yep, I fail that thing every time.
No, I think we're good.
You get possessed again.
All right, so the door opens up. However, when the door opens, you see that the room is completely pitch black. Like you cannot see anything. It's so impossibly black that from the door frame through the inside is indistinguishable what you see. Maya, what you see inside are eventually, after looking really, really hard, up and down, top to bottom, everywhere, you start to see two red dots that are in the middle, like floating around, I guess. And those eyes kind of materialized into eyes, into like flaming eyes, red flaming eyes. And you see eventually an image of Nyarlathotep. Go ahead and roll your sanity, please, and thank you. Give me a 1d5.
Just fine.
Well, you don't see anything. You just see the room dark. There's no light in the room, but that's it.
Heck.
Okay, 1 point. And from inside, you hear Maya, how he says, "Come in."
And then I hear say that, and I go in.
All right, you go in. Tommy, you see Maya walking into this dark room when there's no light at all whatsoever. What do you do? Like, let me put it this way. Once Maya walks in, you cannot see her or anything else from where you're standing.
That's really dark. And I will look for a light switch.
You don't see one at this time. Go ahead and roll spot hidden if you want. You know,
Nope.
no light switch.
I would maybe have a flashlight with me, so if I don't have a flashlight.
Maybe no. Whether you do or you don't. So unless you have it in your inventory, you don't.
I don't have it listed.
Then
Man, I really hope those guys are okay.
at that point,
Okay.
the door of the changer room violently closes off.
I will knock on it and say, Maya, I
Not.
don't.
Maya, as you walk in, the very dark room slowly starts lighting up a little bit to where you can see. And you see Victor sitting down on the very back of the room with a very dim yellow candle that doesn't seem so how to illuminate much of the room. You only get to see his face as to where he's sitting. It's almost as if the darkness is just so impossibly black that it's eating all the light from everywhere. It's almost unreal in a way. He says, Maya, you came. I heard you had some questions for me.
How, how'd you? I don't think I gave you my name, did I?
Oh, Maya, you don't need to worry about such little details. I think we're here to answer your questions that you may have.
Who's Victor's talking to me,
Yes.
or is it his man? Okay, I don't know if it's his manager or his.
No, Victor.
What is what's going on? Why is it so? Why is it so? Why was it so dark?
Oh,
What?
I just like whenever I'm not playing, I just like the darkness. Maybe one candle just to be able to see enough. But I think it's pretty good as it is right now. Wouldn't you agree, Maya?
It's kind of unnerving.
No, it's unnerving. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we do have another candle over there, and he points right towards where you are at, like behind. So like around behind you. Do you turn around to look?
I do.
All right, you turn around to look, and you don't see any candles back there.
Like there's no candles back there, and I turn around and look back at him.
And when you turn around, he's just not sitting there anymore. When you
Like,
turn around, he seems to be holding the candle. Now he's sitting on one of the sides of the room, on a couch. He says, "Oh, well, I don't know what could happen. It's so strange. Why don't you just get comfortable and you sit down over here? Maybe we can talk a little bit more closely."
Is your is the manager? Is your manager here as well?
Oh, you don't have to worry about my manager. After all, you want to interview me, not my manager.
You're right.
Right. Come sit down. Would you like something to drink? I feel that a woman such as you could enjoy a nice, strong drink right about now.
Um, do you happen to have any wine?
I sure do. I have um, some bourbon barrel stored wine that I can give you.
Sure. I'll take that.
All right, let me get it for you. He gets up, and you see him, and all of a sudden after he gets up, within a second he disappears, and now you cannot see him anymore, but you hear him talk. He's like, "Okay, I got the wine. I'm pouring it," and you hear how he pours it in, and he says, "So, what questions do you have, Maya?"
This with how long have you and your manager been together?
And All of a sudden, he appears sitting down and he hands you the cup with your wine. Oh, I met my manager, I want to say about a year ago. I had a different manager before, but things were not working very well.
Why weren't they working?
This one doesn't seem to be stealing from me.
Doesn't seem to be, but you're not for sure.
Well, I am sure that he's not stealing from
Um, can I see the amulet anywhere on him?
me. No.
But I do. I feel like I should know he should have it on him.
Well, maybe you have a feeling that he has it on him, but you cannot see it on him.
Okay.
We saw him take it.
Yeah.
Did we see where he put it?
No. You didn't even see it put it on. He just took it. New Game Plus.
Um, I'll just kind of move closer, kind of, and see if I can happen to see anywhere where I can see.
Go ahead and roll your power again.
Come on, baby. Oh Lord.
And he says, "Well, you know, I know that you, I seen you look at me since, since we walked in, and then you started following me, and I understand. I understand. I'm a famous star, and you're here, and I know that you got feelings for me, baby. Hold, you seem tense. Let me give you a massage. And go
What?
ahead and roll.
You're such a big star. Why don't I give you one instead?
Go ahead and roll your. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Go ahead and roll your sanity.
Sanity. Yeah, well, this is probably gonna be bad too. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and do a 1d5.
God. Well, that's 5 loss already this session.
1 second. Okay. So, who's your significant or love interest?
That banker guy.
That banker guy. Very well. So, eventually, you blink, and now the lights are on. But Victor seems to be gone. And instead of Victor being gone, the banker guy seems to be sitting down where Victor was. Go ahead and roll 1d10, by the way. And the banker guy says, Maya, we're finally here together at the theater.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
When did you get here?
Oh, don't you remember that we both got here together? And all of a sudden, you see how the lights come on, and now you're sitting in front of the stage with your boyfriend.
And we're on the stage.
Yeah, you're on the stage. You're in front of the stage, sitting down with your boyfriend, with your man. It's like, yeah, I'm really excited about this. This show, they said it was going to be great.
I heard that too,
Yeah.
and I started kind of looking around to see if I can find like Dan or like
So
any
suddenly
of the others.
the lights go off, and the creatures that play flutes appear, and they start playing, to where now you cannot move,
Nope,
and
just
nobody can
paralyzed.
move, and you hear your boyfriend telling you, "Oh my God, I can't move, Maya. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's the excitement. This play is just so amazing." And Victor is over there in the stage. He raises his arms, and he's doing this almost this chanting, and suddenly your boyfriend, you look at your boyfriend, and your boyfriend ends up getting a hole right in his chest, and an arm seems to be pulling out of the chest, like pushing out. Then the arm just pulls back in, and a head comes out of there, being the head of the manager, and says, "Hey, were you looking for me?" At that moment, go ahead and roll 1d3. At that moment, 3 turns have passed, and all of a sudden, you're just freaking out. Everything's pitch dark, and you can see under the door that you came in the light from there. And you got up, and you take off running.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You open the door, and you come out, and unfortunately, you push Tommy out of the way. Tommy, go ahead and um, roll your dexterity, please. And you fall on Tommy, and both of you trip and fall on the ground, and finally the door closes itself violently. Maya, go ahead and roll your power again.
Come on. Nope.
You got up, and you just continue running the hell away.
All right.
Tommy, you're laying on the ground. Go ahead and roll Constitution. Let's see how you did fall on the ground. Very well. You took no damage. But you do see that Maya is freaking out, and she just took off running. Everybody that is downstairs, go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Hmm.
So
I
Dan,
didn't say I'm on.
Ayana,
This one.
Arlen.
Iona's still not there. She literally went to at least try to look for the other Edward just to make sure he's actually
Oh,
safe.
okay. Okay.
A dead bird.
So you guys see her, well, those of you that pass the roll, you see her just running away, like taking off. She's booking out of the theater,
I would
opening the
stop her.
back door and just leaving, running the hell away. Ayana, since you're looking for the other Ayana, I guess,
Edward.
or for Edward, where are you,
You know,
going
the
to
one
look
that-
for Edward?
I'll simply start with the hospital and then my way to the police station.
You go to the hospital, and somebody's like, a nurse. It's like, "Sir, do you need
Iona's a
medical
woman.
attention?"
No, I'm looking for my grandfather. I heard he was hit by a car.
Um, did we bring him
Not
here?
that old.
Did we bring him here?
I don't know. I was just told that he was hit.
Oh, did he survive?
I believe. I don't know. His name is Edward Hensel.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know unless he could have gone to any hospital. But if I can tell you that if he didn't survive, he wouldn't have come here. He would have gone straight to the morgue.
Like, would have went to the nearest hospital from where he was. All right. Well,
No,
thank
I
you.
completely understand, but depending on how long the police took to get there, and if he was dead already, he wouldn't be at a hospital. They're not gonna bring him to a hospital if he's dead already. Sorry. I hope your grandpa's doing better. If
Can
he's
I
dead, don't
go to
cry.
the?
You're gonna be wasting
Fuck
your water.
off! As I just like, as I like, go to the actual police station to ask about Edward Hensel.
All right, you get out of the hospital and there's a police station across the street. It's like, oh, yes, sir. What can I do you for?
I'm a woman.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I mean, it's the hair that throws me off.
Fuck cut. What the?
I thought you were wearing a skill. Never mind. So, what can I
Do
do
you
you
ever
for?
happen to have an Edward Hensel?
Edward Hensel arrested?
I'm looking for him. Apparently, he was hit by a car.
Oh, yeah, the guy that got hit by a car today. No, he died. He's dead. Yeah, we took him. We took him to the morgue. They are taking care of him over there. I think the family.
I'm going to do. I am immediately doing a psychology roll on him.
The family has decided to. The family has decided to cremate him. So yeah, he shall be cremated as soon as there's the his turn comes, because apparently the body was already identified. Ma'am, are you okay? Let me get you some water. Here,
Go to the.
drink.
I
Drink
need
it.
the.
Drink a little bit of this.
No, fuck no!
It's some water.
Don't touch
don't
me!
Look like you're doing it. I'm not touching you.
Don't touch me!
I'm just handing you a cup of water.
No, I don't want a water. Why are you? Get away from me, you freak!
I don't really understand what's happening to you, ma'am. You seem very irritated all of a sudden. Do you need some time alone in a cell, maybe for the night?
Can I at least see the body? I mean, God, he was an associate.
I think you're a little dramatic here.
He was an associate of mine. I hit fucking.
Okay. It's not my
Can I
fault
at
that he
least-
was an associate of yours. You need to calm down, ma'am.
Can I please at least see the body?
You cannot see the body, as I don't have jurisdiction to show you the body. You are a complete stranger right now.
I own a Drake. I'm doing a piece.
I don't care if
We
you're
were
Leonardo da
supposed-
Vinci. I mean, I get that you're wearing a disguise right now, but I cannot show you the body.
Can
By the way, you should remove that fake mustache. It doesn't go well with the outfit. Eventually, we can tell you're a woman.
I just fucking.
I mean, if you want to see the body, the only way that you can see it is if you go talk to the family, and maybe the family allows you to see the body. I mean, ultimately, the body right now is their possession.
Restroom. Just where's the restroom?
The restroom is not. It's not for public use. This is not a club. This is a police station. So there's a diner across the street. You start getting a headache. Go ahead and roll 1d3. And he puts the cup on the desk right next to you. He's like, look, if you want something to drink to help you out, here it is. You don't have to drink it. It's just some water. You look like you're having a rough time. Maybe you need a little nap. If you need a little nap, we can bring you to a cell. You know, you can take a short nap. Perfect.
I just take the cup, just dump it on the floor and walk out and just go back to the group.
And the guy's like, ma'am, you dropped the water. It's okay, we'll clean it for you. Try to calm down. I know sometimes the pain is too hard during that time of the month, but maybe you want to relax. And he walks in. All right, so you go back to the theater then.
I just go down to just actually just fucking sin after all the fucking mustache comments.
As you go back to the theater, you know, the other investigators are having fun on their own. All right, so Maya opens the door and takes off running. What do you guys do when that happens?
Well, I would probably go and find Tommy, trying to.
All right, then we're gonna stop right here.